From a drama-free true crime destination, where we step back from the rush, revisit the evidence, and uncover the hidden details that change everything you thought you knew. This is Sunday's Second Look.
And a good Sunday evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the first edition of Sunday's Second Look. I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. Got edition of Sunday's Second Look, and I hope to have more of these. They're live recorded and get started with you too. Go ahead and unhide. There you go, Tyron Brazil. I'm introducing to you first thing because of his case. Propped up a dead wife in the passenger seat and went on a road trip through several states before being pulled over for a traffic, according to police. Louisiana. According to police, a Louisiana man murdered his wife and drove through propped up in the passenger seat. Tennessee police pulled up Tyron Brazil of Baton Rouge for a traffic violation and found the body of his 50-year-old wife in the passenger seat with a gunshot wound, according to local CBS affiliate WRE. A longtime friend told Memphis Television was trying to leave Brazil and had come up with a plan before he allegedly killed her following an argument at a Baton Rouge park. A pal claimed the couple had been together for years and had marital problems. He said Brazil also suffered from Bradford was just going to seek a record. That was the only way she would be able to get away from him. She was going to leave her car. She was behind. She was in touch with him. She was out of town. Moved to get away. According to police, Brazil was pulled over in downtown after driving several states, with Bradford propped up in the car's passenger seat. Cops took him into custody after seeing that he was a fugitive. I have so many questions, Decker said, like what with her that amount of time was deceased. Where was his mind at during that? Like it's so and heartbreaking. Decker told W Elementary School and her colleague requested a welfare check after she missed several days. Decker said Bradford told her that Brazil threatened to kill Bradford or himself if she ever had to leave him, and that he was abusive upon her up until recently, like maybe 2 or 3 years. It wouldn't have surprised me if someone had called and said that he killed himself because he says this. It surprised me that he killed her. To appear in court Monday and is expected to be extradited to Louisiana, where he will face a charge of murder in connection with Bradford. The report from WREG. Such an unfortunate situation, Decker said. My prayers are with her family and friends as well as his, because we're all friends. We all hung around each other, and this is just not the person that we grew up with. In describing Bradford, Decker, she was such a person. Now, I can ask is the same thing the friend had just asked, through his mind while he was taking that ride with his dead in the passenger seat, through his mind during time. All I can say is he's definitely got a long road ahead of him if he believes he's going to get away with, literally get away with murder. And I won't if the allegations of abuse hold up, because of you. He is in more trouble than you realize. Looking for possibly murder, domestic abuse. Yeah, probably looking at a life sentence with whatever for the domestic abuse served concurrently. But I'm just making an assumption here. I don't know for sure. Have to wait and see what develops. Right? Okay, the next story on our docket is he had a good run in with the law, and I say good run in sarcastically. All right. All of a sudden now my computer I need. A South Carolina man seeking revenge, rain of bullets into the car he thought held the suspect, but ended up a driver out for a ride. We got to who will spend the next 3 decades for killing a man after blasting he thought carried the cousin's death, but actually had a ride. This gentleman here. All right. His name already. This is Franklin Rel. Oh Lord, no. Okay, there we go. There's the camera. All right, Franklin Jr. is 27 years of age when he was sentenced to 30 in the death Hampton County. That's according to a press release, 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office. Smoke was also sentenced to 30 years in prison for 2 counts of attempted murder in the car. Those sentences will run concurrently. The 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office said in a statement, defendant's actions. This was a tragic case, and it cost Terrence Fields his life. The attack on Highway 68 unleashed a rain of bullets on Fields' car, killing him and gravely wounding. Then it was driving on State Highway 68 on July when he spotted a white sedan. He thought the driver responsible for killing Caleb Cave about 3 months prior, as the suspect had a similar smoke turned off lights. The other, at least 14 shots hit the car. Fields was hit in the chest and died gravely wounded with a gunshot head, according to prosecutors. A man in the back seat was not hit but witnessed the shooting. But Fields had nothing to do. He was simply out for a ride with his buddies who were on the Love's Travel stop. The press release had been arrested in Cave's homicide. It was on July 2025. And this is I will die famous by people. Reporter Doug Llewellyn always said as he closed out, don't take the law into your own hands, you take it to court. And that is where made his quick mistake. And letting justice being played out. Letting justice be played out. He decided to take the law in his own hands, and he shot at the wrong car, at the wrong person, at the wrong. And at the end result, that's 3 times equals 30, which is the amount of time he's going to spend by just he wanted to get vengeance or his own brand of justice, however you want to call it, for his cousin's murder. While the case is up, while his case is still unsolved, is doing 30 behind, and I believe my wife will agree. That's justice served. Right or wrong, honey? Right. Even the outlaw, while in the kitchen making dinner, he agrees. Gotta love it. Okay. To close this story. And we're going to go to another story I had on the docket. And this one actually disturbed me more than I would. I'm going to pull up first. Then I'm gonna pull the photo of the defendant up. Okay, and then I will share his face with all. There we go. Got him. And I'm going to pull face up here and take a look. Now it's Cameron Harris, age 19. This accused of injuring 5 people in Virginia State University mass shooting. He was found hiding in a dorm closet. And that again, just in case you're thinking, yes, he was hiding in a dorm closet. A 19-year-old man has been with the mass shooting at Virginia State University, VCU. Cameron Harris of Henrico, Virginia, was taken into custody after being in a dormitory closet in Seward Hall campus hours happening on Saturday, August 15th. That's according to reports citing the Chester County Police by CNN, local station WTR, and the Associated. Harris, who is reportedly not a student at the university, received 8 felony warrants, including for malicious, the use of a firearm, and commission of a felony, per those 3 outlets. Authorities have not shown motive for the alleged incident. So, commentary, I won't say as to what that. VS said the social police responded shortly at 1:30 a.m. local time on Saturday, where they had an individual from gunshot wounds, and that multiple suspects were involved, placed in VSU's residential housing area Quasis. One of the injured victims, 20-year-old student who has since to the Association. The remaining 4 victims injured are not VS students. Include a twin in critical condition, a 3-year-old, a 19-year-old woman, and a 7-year-old boy with non-threatening injuries, per local station WR. They have not been publicly identified at this time. Held at the Chesterfield County Jail without bond, according to the outlet. The police said he may receive additional charges. At this time, law enforcement does not believe it's an immediate VSU campus community. The campus lockdown has been said in a statement posted on Facebook. The safety of students remain the highest priority. VSU maintain an increase on campus as the investigation continues. Monitor their VSU email for additional safety measures, information about the available resources. Multiple authorities are ongoing investigation, including CCP, Hanover County and VSU Police, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, per Fox News. Anyone with information about the incident is urged to call the CCP at 804-748-51, 804-748-51, or Crime Solvers, 708-660, 804-748-6, or you tip through the P3 app. People Magazine has reached out to CCP, USU Police. Yay! Oh, what could have been on this young man's mind? And on top of it, Are there others who will be this of this investigation? Is there a part of this shooting that need to be brought to justice? I'm gonna keep track of it, and when I get new information on it, I'll be sure to bring it to you. But like, I'm speculating upon anything right now regarding this. My let's just say I'm already I'm already enraged enough where I am going to put up a trigger warning. And I'd say the same thing I say all the time. You see this trigger, if you see or hear something within this article agreeing to your mental health, turn away now. Me, I can't wait. I've got support on this. That the defendants in this are absolutely repulsing. This you've been. Let me go ahead and put this. And their photos should be coming up right about now. All right. Then Emily Myers. This is the couple charged with child endangerment. 13-year-old girl was found severely malnourished from their home. A couple has been charged with child endangerment after a 13-year-old girl nourished following her escape from their Iowa home. At around 3:35 p.m. local time on Tuesday, August 11th, with the police department to a nearby residence after they received reports that a 13-year-old girl with autism was missing. Local station KIT Fox 8 Live reported this sighting. Police met Brandon and Emily Myers, who acted as the child's guardians, searching her bed, which was located in the severely malnourished and dehydrated teen near the home, and took her to the hospital. According to the girl, told police she climbed out of her bedroom window to find food, but eventually returned home to take some from the kitchen. She subsequently hid the food in a near. Police later discovered various snack boxes, including inside, coming from WKC and KITV. When authorities searched the girl's bedroom, they found a lock on the outside of her door with a handle installed backward. Those were also found installed on the window frame to keep it closed, and her about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than the rest of the house. Again, this is coming from court documents by WKRC, TV, Fox 8 Live. Also said they found a plastic tote filled with urine. Brandon and Emily, both age 45, allegedly confirmed a police interview that they were inside her bedroom every night without food or water. The child used a bedroom as a toilet, according to KRC and KIT. They allegedly also admitted that they hadn't seen the child since the night before she left, and they didn't check on her again after falling at 4 a.m. According to Live. Brandon and Emily are being without at Berry County Jail, according to inmate records by People magazine. They both charged with endangerment, causing injury, and Emily may 5 years in jail if they are convicted. What? Oh, I've got a lot to say about that. It's clear whether Brandon and Emily have legal representatives on their behalf. The Woodbury County Court has issued temporary no contact Brandon and Emily that prevents them from having their own, according to Fox Live. They are next due in court preliminary hearing on Friday, August 25th. People reached out to the Sixth Department and the Worcester Court for comment on Sunday, August 16th. Today, not immediately hear back. And before I get into the story, my duty this public service announcement. If you suspect child abuse, you are urged Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline. Quick. Let me do this quick because I said this is my duty and I am proud to know. Right. Okay, I kept that now. Let me bring this here. There we go. Let me back them now that I got up front. United States, a report of child abuse is made every 60 seconds. If something doesn't feel right, you're to be the lifeline of you or someone you love suspects child abuse. You are urged to contact the National Child Abuse Hotline. It's 1-800-4-A-CHILD. 1-800-42-4453. Hours a day, 7 days a week, 170 languages. A child not deserve to be neglected, or in the case of this article, malnourished and locked up in a room as if it were a prison. Please. The next child you could save could very well be right under your nose. Contact the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline, age child, 1-800-422-4453. On to my commentary, these two monsters. Let me go back to them real quick. Endangerment causing injury. They're both charged with endangerment, and if found guilty, they could face 5 years in jail. Wait a minute. 5 years. Who's to say that they don't come out and okay, I'll be advocate. Say they're found guilty. Say they do the 5 years. Who's to say when they come out of this after years, they won't do it again to another child? Just saying. There's so long in that it's not even funny to me. Thank God law enforcement found her. For I could be talking about this story in a lot worse light. Outlaw, this couldn't be any worse. Yes, it could. We could be talking about this 13-year-old in the past. We could be talking about this 13-year-old being dead. We could be talking 13-year-old, her families, everybody of Emily Myers GoFundMe for her. These are the kind of monsters that I stand against. If you look up the word out, it means that person's against something. And that's the last outlaw. I'm totally against monsters like Brandon. And I really wish to get a lot more than just 5 years prison causing injury. And that's all I got. But I'm keeping in this case. Finally, I have one last case. Fortunately and unfortunately, I don't have don't have the but one person killed and 4 others were injured in a mass shooting in Kentucky around 6:48 p.m. local October yesterday. Police officers responded to reports of gunshots at the 200 block of Midland Avenue in Lexington, Kentucky, according to a Lexington Police Department news release obtained. Authorities confirmed that 5 people were found wounded at the hospital. According to Lexington, victims dead at the hospital, including a 14-year-old and non-life-threatening injuries. The of the incident has not been shared publicly amid an ongoing investigation into the incident. Police have not named any or shared details per local station WAS. Kentucky Governor Anthony Beshear announced the shooting at Charles Young Park while attending a Democratic Party dinner at the nearby Hyatt Regency, according to Fox 56 News. Before I continue, I do know that we do have some time. About a mile and a half, we've had a shooting actually since this dinner. People that I think received injuries and probably have deceased. Police Chief Lawrence West later said he didn't believe there was an active threat to the public, per the Lexington Herald Ledger. He also encouraged people to speak up if they have information. Lex 18. Kentucky Congressman Eddie Barr shared a statement on Facebook. He said, "My heart is with the victims, their families, and everyone in the Lexington community last night following the shooting at Charles Young Park. Praying for everyone affected by this heartbreaking tragedy." I wrote this earlier today, August 16th. Excuse me. David Carr, the director of One Lex, which is a city initiative to combat gun violence, revealed during the tragedy. "My heart. This evening we had a shooting at the park with multiple victims and one young man from Lexington losing his life while trying to keep covered and safe during the shooting. A person 8 inches from the shot in a Saturday said that during a community. This is not. We come together every year as a family and kick it on the east side, and we haven't had something like this happen ever." The incident occurred the same day as the mass shooting in Virginia that injured 5 people. Not trying to sound police, but the word is no. We don't have a gun problem. Really? And tell the people that were shot there that then tell the people there, nah, we don't have a gun problem. And in the meantime, get a suspect in Lexington, find him, find him, and let's get justice for victims, and the more victims who are family at a funeral for. It is sickening, absolutely sickening. And to put an extra stamp on this, I'm going to take you to footage, if I can. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and take you to the actual report from WHA 11 for their coverage of this mass shooting. Oh, I'm still muted. Oh, Lord. I want to send condolences to the one person, to the family of that one person who lost his life in this tragic shooting. There was absolutely no sense in this happening, and I hope that they find whoever is responsible for it. They find him, they bring him to justice, and, and hopefully, something like this never happen again. And it's gonna do it for my very first edition of Sunday Second Look Live. Again, I thank you all for joining me here. I appreciate each and every last you guys. As I said many times over, you guys are the heartbeat of Bethea'S Byte. You're the ones that are rolling. So I have posted a video on TikTok, and apparently those guys decide video because of guess the story. So here's my thinking. I'll appeal the decision. If that appeal, I will no longer post anything Bethea'S Byte Reloaded related to TikTok. I can and I will keep posting it to Instagram. I will post it will automatically be to here. I will link this to my Patreon, which you can all access.com/BBR True Crime. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you all for joining me here. And let's do this again. Let's do this again, same time, same place. I'm Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw. This is Sunday's Second Look. And this is Bethea'S. And it's reloaded, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining me here at the drama-free true crime destination. Please be sure to follow Bethea'S Byte Reloaded all over social media and support the channel through PayPal and Cash App. You can get your true crime news right here with no gimmicks, no drama, and no BS. This is Bethea'S Byte, and it's reloaded.